Definitely rough accusations. Kremlin responds to Navalny's widow's words. Russian President Press Secretary Dmitry Peskov responded to the words of Alexei Navalny's widow, included in the list of terrorists and extremists. His FBK organization, classified as a foreign agent by the Ministry of Justice, extremist, also an undesirable organization banned in Russia. Yulia, who claimed that Russian leader Vladimir Putin may have been involved in her husband's death. The Kremlin spokesperson stated that such allegations are baseless. We leave this without comment. Of course, these are definitely baseless, rude accusations against the Russian president. However, considering that Yulia Navalnaya literally became a widow just a few days ago, I refrain from commenting on it. The day before, Yulia Navalnaya objected, stating that her husband planned to continue his work. Peskov noted that the president did not see this appeal. Kremlin responded to Navalnaya's words regarding the claim that there was poison in her husband's body. During a meeting with journalists, Peskov was asked to comment on Navalnaya's words that her husband's body would not be given to relatives due to a desire to conceal some traces of poison. I am not familiar with this performance, but if it contains such words again, these are nothing but baseless accusations, because they are not supported, not approved, and in this case I cannot evaluate these words correctly for ethical reasons. Such statements are also baseless and groundless, he said, stating that the Kremlin is not involved in this matter. The day before, the Kremlin announced that the investigation into Navalny's death was ongoing and that all necessary measures prescribed by Russian law had been taken. However, as the investigation has not yet been completed, the results of the investigation are not yet known. Western statements regarding Navalny's death were deemed roof in Russia. The UK Foreign Office held Russian officials responsible for Navalny's death. In response to this background, London decided to consider imposing new individual sanctions against Russia. The US and Sweden also allowed new sanctions against Russia due to Navalny's death, and European diplomacy chief Joseph Borrell called for an international investigation into his death from Russia. The Kremlin rejected Borrell's calls. Peskov said, "We absolutely do not accept such demands from Mr. Borrell in particular." The Kremlin spokesperson stated that rough statements about the death of an IK-3 prisoner in Russia would not harm Putin, but would not tarnish those who made them either. The press secretary of the Russian president emphasized that the Kremlin considers any statements on this matter unacceptable until the results of the investigation are announced. Navalny died in Penal Colony No. 3 in the Yamalo-Nenets Autonomous Okrug. On February 16th, he felt unwell after a walk and then almost immediately lost consciousness. Health workers at the colony immediately approached him. An ambulance was called, but they could not help him. According to an RT source, preliminary data indicate that Navalny had a blood clot. The same reason was indicated by the Telegram channel 112.